can I talk to you for a sec? Or actually, I'm just gonna say it anyway. So, my friends and I have been planning some stuff, and we suddenly decided to go on a trip this weekend. I'm super excited, but the thing is, I'm short on cash. And I was hoping you could lend me a little. Just a bit, please.
A trip? That's really last minute. Why are you only telling me about the money now? If you had told me earlier, I might have been able to help you plan better. But now, it's tough to come up with money on such short notice.
Well, it was really last minute, so there's nothing I could do. My friends were insistent, and I couldn't say no. You're working and not struggling with money, right? Helping me out a bit won't hurt.
That's not the point. I manage my money carefully, and I can't just come up with cash out of nowhere. You need to learn how to plan and budget your money too, Madeline.
Come on, that's boring. You're so stingy, Joshua. You're working now, so you could spoil your little sister a bit. I do so much for you too, you know.
What do you mean by that? I can't really think of anything specific. Did you help me out with something?
Of course. For example, when you come home tired from work, I tell you fun stories, right? I do that on purpose to cheer you up. You should be grateful for that.
What? Really? Well, I appreciate it, but that doesn't mean I should lend you money. It's nice that you cheer me up, but asking me for money because of that is a different thing. If it's a trip for yourself, it's normal to handle it on your own, isn't it?
Gosh, you are so lame. If you keep being so cheap, you're going to make me look bad in front of my friends. If I can't go, they'll all be in trouble, so you could at least think about that.
That's unfortunate, but that doesn't mean I should go out of my way to give you money just to keep your friends happy. If it's such an important plan, shouldn't you have prepared better from the start?
You're so cold. I didn't think you could be so cold-hearted, Joshua. Since it's money for your sister's enjoyment, you could at least give me a little. Besides, don't you want to spend money on fun things too?
Spending money on fun things is great, but relying on others for your enjoyment isn't right, is it? And if I spend money, I want to do it in a planned way. Being asked out of the blue is tough, and if I lend it to you now, you'll just get used to it.
Come on, you're no help at all. I guess I'll have to ask my friends instead. But seriously, you're so cold. I can't believe you wouldn't help your own sister when she's in trouble.
Say whatever you want. If you keep that attitude, one day, no one will help you at all. You should learn to handle things on your own. That's what it means to grow up.
Enough! I won't ask you for anything anymore. I have more reliable friends, and I'll just depend on them from now on. I won't ask you for anything ever again. You are so cold.
Madeline, how long do you plan to keep this up? Seriously, you need to think about what you're doing. This is serious crime.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You took money from my wallet again, didn't you?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't even try to play dumb. I have proof you snuck into my room.
Proof?
Lately, the amount of cash in my wallet hasn't been adding up. So I've been suspicious for a while. That's why I decided to figure out what was going on and finally set up a camera in my room. And sure enough...
What? You set up a camera? You never told me, and I never thought you'd go that far.
There's clear footage of you sneaking into my room while I was in the shower, rifling through my wallet. And you even took the cufflinks and tie clip that my girlfriend gave me as a birthday present without batting an eye.
Wait, hold on. You have a girlfriend? I had no idea. She must have pretty bad taste.
What kind of reaction is that? Why are you so surprised? I mean, it's normal for me to have a girlfriend.
No way. You never seemed interested in that kind of thing at all. I honestly thought you were just a guy who wasn't popular and bought those things to impress people. I can't believe you actually have a girlfriend.
Believe it or not, we're even talking about marriage.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, and that's why I've been treasuring those gifts. There's no way I'm okay with you just taking them without permission.
What? Marriage? I can't believe you're getting married, Joshua. I never heard about that.
This isn't the time to be shocked. The real issue here is that you've been taking my stuff and even stealing money. Anyway, first things first. Give me back the money right now.
Jesus Christ! You're seriously so stingy. I've said this before. You're working, so couldn't you just spare some cash for your cute little sister? It wouldn't kill you to be a bit more generous.
You call yourself a cute little sister? But what's cute about you exactly? Aren't you embarrassed to say that?
Wow, that's harsh. You're always so cold, Joshua.
Cold or not, it seems like you have no idea. But the total amount you've taken from my wallet has reached $1,500 this time. Do you even realize what you've been doing?
Huh? Did I really take that much? I didn't mean to at all.
Well, you did. I'm not lying. And why do you even need that much money? If you need cash that badly, you should pick up more shifts or look for a stable job. Figure out a way to handle it yourself.
What? There's no way I can do that. If I work more, I'll have no time to hang out with my friends. And having fun is important, right? You need fun times to maintain good relationships with everyone.
What are you talking about? That makes no sense at all.
I've been at the top of the social ladder since high school, so everyone expects it from me. I have to treat people and show leadership to keep that position. Everyone relies on me, and I feel a responsibility as a top-tier person. So, of course, I need to treat them, and if I don't, my status could be at risk. That's why I really need you to give me some money, Joshua.
You're seriously asking for money because of that? I have no idea what you're talking about. And that social ladder? Wasn't that just a high school thing? You've already graduated, so why are you still so hung up on it? Your classmates are probably working now or in college, living their own lives, right? And yet, you're still worried about some high school social hierarchy?
So what? You don't get how important that social ladder was in high school, Joshua. It's something that lasts a lifetime, and you can't just forget about it.
No way. It's seriously ridiculous to still be clinging to that and letting it control your friendships. It's beyond belief. How foolish can you be?
What? You just don't get it at all. You're really just a reserved fella. Someone like you who spent their youth at the bottom of the social ladder could never understand the struggles of being at the top.
I never even understood the point of a social ladder. And I can't comprehend why people distinguish between popular and unpopular like that. I really think it's pointless to be so obsessed with something like that.
That's exactly why you're an introvert, Joshua. Introverts are always complaining like that, and that's why people avoid them. You really need to understand the value of being popular.
Enough with that nonsense. The point is, I want you to return the $1,500 you took right now. I don't care about your silly social ladder. Just give back the money.
Are you serious? Do I really have to give it back? You're still so stingy, Joshua.
It's not just the money. You're also going to return the cufflinks and tie clip you stole. Those mean a lot to me.
What? I have to give those back? But I was planning to give them to my boyfriend. Wouldn't it be cool for him to have such nice things? That's why I wanted to give them to him.
Your boyfriend would be upset if he knew they were stolen. And don't you think it's really inconsiderate to give someone something that isn't even yours?
Well, when you put it like that, I don't know what to do.
One more thing, I'm moving in with my girlfriend at the end of next month. So I need everything returned by then. If you don't, I'll tell Mom and Dad everything, and they'll freeze your bank account and credit cards.
What? You'd really go that far, Joshua? That's so mean. Hey, Joshua, how have you been? Haven't heard from you at all.
Well, I haven't had any particular reason to contact you, Madeline.
Oh, I see. By the way, there's something I need to tell you. Actually, Mom made me say this, so I'm only telling you because I have to. But I heard it's almost your first wedding anniversary. So, congrats, I guess. But honestly, I'm not going to give you any gifts or anything. Thanks to you, Mom is now in charge of my bank account for my part-time job earnings. And I think that's a bigger problem.
Come on, don't get so worked up. I never expected anything from you in the first place. So I'm not bothered if you don't celebrate. It's really not something you need to worry about.
Oh, that's how you're going to play it? But you know, I did think of a way to let you off the hook. If you take me out for a fancy steak dinner, I might consider forgiving you for everything.
A fancy steak dinner? What are you even talking about? That makes no sense at all.
Well, I happened to overhear you talking to your wife, Elena, when you were visiting home. You're planning a fancy steak dinner date for your anniversary, right? I know all about it.
Wait, what are you talking about? Where did you even hear that?
So, you should take me along to that steak dinner too. I'll help you and your wife celebrate your anniversary. So how about it? Sounds good, right?
No, hold on a minute. We did mention steak in passing a few days ago, but there was never any talk about actually going to a steakhouse. And why on earth would you be a part of that?
Yeah, don't lie to me. I already know everything, so you better be ready to treat me on the day. I just want to share in the happiness with you and Elena, you know.
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. And besides, I never said anything about treating anyone. I haven't even considered it, and I definitely don't plan on treating you.
Yeah. You're so funny, Joshua. I know you'll end up treating me as soon as I ask.
No, seriously, don't get ahead of yourself. If you go off the rails and cause trouble, it's going to be a real problem for me. Please, just don't do anything unnecessary.
Hey, Joshua. I'm feeling absolutely amazing right now. I feel like a total celebrity. So, I'm already at the steakhouse, and it's such a great place. The atmosphere is top-notch, and high-end places are really something else. I went ahead and ordered a fancy steak, and it's absolutely divine. It practically melts in your mouth. So delicious. If you're going to indulge, there's nothing better than enjoying some premium steak. It's nothing like cheap meat. When it comes to times like this, splurging is totally worth it. Hey Joshua, why aren't you responding to my texts? It's pretty childish to ignore your cute sister when she's reaching out. I wish you'd act a little more mature. Oh, and today's a special day, you know. It's my boyfriend's birthday. So, I thought I'd crash your steak dinner and join in the celebration. By the way, this steak is seriously too good. The steak is so amazing. Since it's on your tab, I went ahead and ordered enough for 10 people. I'll call you when it's time to settle the bill, so make sure you're ready. Today's all about me having a great time, so you'll be happy to cover the cost, right?
What the? Huh? A high-end steakhouse? Madeline, what are you up to?
Oh, hey Joshua. Perfect timing. I was just about to contact you.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Remember that thing I mentioned earlier? This steak is so good. I've already eaten enough for 10 people.
10 people?
Like I said earlier, I was celebrating my boyfriend's birthday. He's a total meat lover, and he's always wanted to visit this famous high-end steakhouse. So I made his wish come true.
I just checked the message history, and it looks like you rented a private room with about 5 friends and threw a birthday party for your boyfriend, right? And you all devoured a total of 10 servings of premium steak.
Yep, that's right. It's my boyfriend's birthday, so I thought we'd all celebrate in a big way. You understand how I feel, don't you, Joshua?
Wait. Hold on a second. Do you really think you can afford such an extravagant meal with your current financial situation? How are you planning to come up with that money?
I told you. I specifically made the reservation to coincide with your steak date. So there's nothing to worry about. I figured you'd cover the bill, so we all just enjoyed ourselves.
What? When did I ever agree to pay for that?
Aren't you and Elena enjoying a private room with some high-end steak right now? So I thought, since you're already paying, you might as well cover for our part too.
What? No, we're not doing anything like that at all.
Well, anyway, we're just about to wrap things up here, so all that's left is for you to take care of the bill. Just pay the $3,000, okay?
$3,000? Are you serious?
Hey Joshua, what are you doing? I really want to leave this place already. This isn't a fast food joint. We can't just sit here forever. It's time to pay, so hurry up and come out. Come on. If you don't hurry, the staff are going to start thinking we're trying to dine and dash. Hurry up.
Listen, Madeline, there's something important I need to tell you. Can you listen carefully? The thing is, I'm not even in the US right now. It all happened pretty suddenly, but I managed to sort things out and now I've settled in. Actually, I got a last-minute transfer, so it was a rush to get everything ready. We just finished moving the day before yesterday, and now Elena and I are busy unpacking and organizing our new place. There are still boxes everywhere, and it feels like we'll never finish, but we're working on it.
What? What do you mean? Joshua, This is not the time to be joking around. I can't believe you'd say something like that right now. If you don't come soon, I'm really going to be in trouble. If you don't hurry, the staff will start thinking we're trying to dine and dash. My boyfriend is giving me weird looks, and everyone's staring at us. It's so embarrassing. Please, hurry up and get here, Joshua. It's so cruel of you to leave me hanging like this in front of everyone. Do you even realize how tough this is for me? I can't wait any longer. You need to get here now or I'm really going to be in a bind.
This isn't a joke, Madeline. I really did get a sudden transfer to an overseas branch, and I had no choice. Elena and I just got here, and we're finally starting a new life. I know it's hard to believe, but it's all true. So I can't just come back right now. I'm really sorry. I can't do anything for you at the moment, but please understand.
What? Are you serious? Wait, hold on. You moved overseas? You never told me anything about that. How could you keep something so important from me until now? I had no idea, and it's so shocking to hear about something this huge all of a sudden.
I can't believe you're so surprised. When we talked about it at home, you were in the same room, you know? But you were on your phone the whole time. So maybe you just weren't paying attention to the conversation. Otherwise, you should remember it.
What? No way. I really don't remember any of it. Did I really hear that? I have no memory of it at all.
Well, there's no point in worrying about it now. I'll explain everything in detail later. But for now, shouldn't you focus on dealing with that $3,000 bill? Getting the police involved for dine and dash would be a huge deal. You need to figure something out fast.
Oh no, you're right. This is really bad. What am I going to do? How did it even come to this? Joshua, what are you going to do about this? This is way too cruel. This is all your fault.
What are you talking about?
I got dumped by my boyfriend because of you.
Ah, from the sound of it, you made it home at least. So, did you end up asking Dad to cover the bill? I'm guessing you couldn't handle it on your own, and it must have been really tough, right?
At first, I thought Dad would take care of it. But in the end, he said it all came out of my bank account. I can't believe it. I never thought I'd lose all my money, and now I'm super upset.
Well, at least you didn't end up getting the police involved for dine and dash. Considering how bad things got, you should be grateful it didn't turn into an even bigger mess.
That's not the point. My boyfriend broke up with me. This is incredible. Why does this kind of thing always happen to me?
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. But that's why you got dumped, isn't it? From his perspective, you promised to treat him on his birthday. But then, you tried to make me pay for it instead. Of course, he'd be mad about that.
But I told you from the start. Why weren't you and Elena at the steakhouse? If you were going to change your plans, you should have told me. Do you have any idea how embarrassing that was for me?
Well, here's the thing. We never actually made a reservation. You were just mistaken the whole time.
What? What do you mean?
This is just my guess. But do you remember when I told the family about my transfer to the overseas branch? Dad said something like, a farewell party means steak. And then Elena mentioned, steak would be nice for our first anniversary too. Then Mom added, if we're talking about steak around here, that one place is good. But we were so busy preparing for the move that the idea never went beyond that. You were probably so absorbed in your phone that you only half listened, and your brain twisted it into, my brother and his wife are having steak for their anniversary.
What? Wait, so you're telling me I misunderstood everything? That's unbelievable.
Exactly. You misunderstood the whole thing and then went ahead and organized your boyfriend's birthday party based on that. And when you tried to stick me with a bill, well, it's no wonder he dumped you.
No way. I never heard any of this. I just wanted to have a good time. How did it end up like this?
That's why, instead of arguing about it, you should probably start thinking about how to deal with things realistically. The most important thing for you now is figuring out how to manage your life on your own.
What? No way. But what am I supposed to do?
I just heard from Mom that you're starting work at Uncle's factory tomorrow. It looks like they decided your freelancing and part-time jobs aren't going to cut it anymore.
What? I haven't heard anything about that. I like my current job.
Yeah, well, making just $200, $300 a month isn't going to cover living expenses. It's time to get serious and start living responsibly as an adult.
No, I can't do that. I just want to live doing the things I enjoy.
Complaining to me isn't going to change anything. Reality is tough. So get yourself ready and do your best at Uncle's factory starting tomorrow. Honestly, I'm tired of texting, and this conversation is just a waste of time now. Take care.
Don't say that. You could at least help me out, Joshua. It's so unfair that I'm the only one going through this.
Life is unfair. That's exactly why you need to overcome it on your own. It's time to stop relying on others.
But I really don't want to do this. This isn't the life I wanted.
No one gets to live exactly the life they wanted. But we all have to keep moving forward anyway. You're an adult now, and you need to take responsibility for yourself.
I can't do it. How did things turn out like this? Help me, Joshua.
A few months have passed since then, and my sister's carefree lifestyle has come to an end. She initially hated the idea of working at her uncle's factory, but she had no choice but to start. It seems she had no real understanding of how tough the world is. Working at the factory turned out to be much harsher than she had anticipated. In the first week, she complained nonstop. But gradually, she started talking less and less. According to her uncle, she would come home exhausted every day and go to bed early, completely worn out. She finally understood just how easy her lazy life had been. Eventually, her energy ran out, and she started skipping work without notice. Her uncle got really angry and scolded her harshly, but she lashed out and stormed out of the factory. In the end, she couldn't return to her uncle's factory and thought she could go back to her freelancing life. But it wasn't that easy. Now she can't seem to keep a job anywhere, and she's even ended up in debt. Her friends have all drifted away, and now there's no one left to help her. Well, after causing so much trouble for everyone around her, I guess it's just karma. From here on out, it's up to her to figure out how to live her life. As for me, I have no intention of getting involved anymore. It's her life to deal with now. I've settled into my new home, and despite being busy, I'm enjoying a fulfilling newlywed life.